I mean, I'm probably not the best candidate for like Coachella. You know, I like stand there and sing. You know, I'm not that exciting.
How wrong was she? Fast forward a decade and Lana Del Rey is giving a headline-grabbing spectacle at Coachella, with the whole audience going hysterical over her songs. It was the singer's first headlining experience, but it was more than just a performance. As everybody knows, revenge is best served cold, and Lana was brewing hers for 12 years. But wait, before we dive headfirst into the juicy details of her revenge plot, let's take a look back at Lana's villain origin story, her battle with ceaseless critics' scorn.
Everyone likes an underdog.
I don't.
It all started back in 2012. On the rise of her career, Lana Del Rey appeared on SNL with her now iconic performance.
Once again, Lana Del Rey.
Afterwards, critics harshly criticized her vocals, labeling it as the worst performance in SNL history.
Critics everywhere have been slamming her performances of video games and blue jeans, and so have some celebs like Juliette Lewis, Elijah Dushku, and even NBC's own Brian Williams.
A few weeks later, SNL parodied the performance, with Kristen Wiig playing Del Rey.
I also read some people say that you didn't seem seasoned enough to be on the show.
Indeed. Some said I was, quote, the worst musical guest in SNL history.
Well, that is just not true, Lon.
No, Seth. These critics are absolutely right.
Whatever Lana did, the shadows of that performance followed her every step. There's backlash about everything I do. It's nothing new, she said at the time.
So, you know, you just hope it goes well and you don't up.
These distressing events made a significant blow to her confidence, so big that she decided to no longer perform her songs on TV.
Were you silent or were you silenced?
During quarantine in May 2020, Lana had a lot of time on her hands to contemplate the treatment she received from critics. As a result, she shared a post about the hypocrisy in the industry concerning her creative choices. The impact of Lana Del Rey's message rippled through the industry, particularly due to the bold name-dropping. Despite Lana Del Rey's undeniable contributions to the music industry, critics still fail to recognize her talent.
You were one of 3 women in history on the Billboard chart to have an album spend at least 300 weeks on the charts. 300 weeks!
Yep.
Can you imagine that this year, she faced yet another snub at the Grammys? Now she has a total of 11 nominations, but still no wins to her name. How infuriating it must be for Lana and her fans.
This is the reason for happy bitches' existence, including mine.
Grammy voters have been reported to not take Lana Del Rey seriously since her SNL performance, as indicated by the leaked ballot that circulated online.
Lana Del Rey was hiding. But I think so many female artists would not be where they are and would not have the inspiration they have if it weren't for the work that she's done. I think she's a legacy artist, a legend in her prime right now.
Fast forward to her Coachella appearance this year, which many viewed as her long-awaited revenge. Del Rey exceeded expectations and poked fun at her infamous SNL mishap on a Coachella billboard. And her outfit? A clear nod to that infamous night, sending a powerful message. She hasn't forgotten the early career crucifixion by critics, even 12 years later.
I regret ever being scared. If I could go back, I would tell myself there's nothing to be afraid of and absolutely nothing happens by accident in God's world, I guess.
As you see, Lana Del Rey always pays her debts, especially to the ones who broke her heart. Take her former flame, G-Eazy, for example. When he name-dropped Lana in his song, she didn't restrain herself from firing back with some epic shade of her own during a live performance. Talk about a mic drop moment.
I could name names.
Even years after the breakup, Lana didn't forgive and forget. Just recently, she casually dropped an Instagram story with his song playing in the background. Now that's what you call unbothered, right? And let's not forget about Sean Larkin, the ex-cop who broke Lana's heart. She didn't just move on, she made a statement. With a cryptic billboard in his hometown, she served up a dose of karma that hit harder than any breakup. There's only one, and it's in Tulsa. Del Rey captioned a photo of the only billboard for her upcoming album, Did You Know That There's a Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard? Guess what? Tulsa is the hometown of her ex-boyfriend, Sean Larkin. She even drove to the place herself to take a selfie with the billboard. As if it wasn't enough, Del Rey dropped the album title track and album announcement on Larkin's birthday, which is December 7th. That's the next level of pettiness. But Lana didn't stop there. She's been throwing some subtle shade during her concerts, changing the lyrics of her songs to call out her ex for getting married while they were still working through their issues. Yes, Lana Del Rey is not the one to hold back, so don't pack up yet. The Queen of Revenge is just getting started. Who will Lana's boomerang hit next? Let's wait and see.